We sing for the martyrs of all the struggles for liberation for all peoples. Voices live through us as we sing. We sing too to wake another kind of dead. Those who are stuck in a kind of moral death as they witness these times in silence. We sing to wake them out of that moral death. We start with the words of the Hebrew Scriptures.
How you doing today? Good? Can I get your name?
Mike?
Mike, M-I-K-E, last name?
Pepeko?
Spell for
G.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you very much.
God, I haven't whistled in a long time.
We'll have one last song, folks. Please, if you are able to, move back and up onto the podium steps. I I understand they're not very nice to sit on right now, but your individual signs will be seen a lot better that way too. So it'll be better for visuals, better for people continuing to join us. If you're able to move back up onto the steps, please. Thank you.
No pressure there. songs for liberation.
We are Songs for Liberation, a protest music
If you just want to stay with her, she's gonna exit that way though.
here around Chicago, protests and other public contexts. You can find us on Instagram at Songs for the number 4 Liberation. Thank you so much.
All right, everybody, we're gonna get started. We're good with today's rally. This is such a beautiful group that is out here on a very cold day. Thank you. My name is Arti Walker Pedakotla, ARTI WALKER and I am board chair of About Face Veterans Against the War, and I'm also a member of the Military Law Task Force. My remarks are going to be short because we have a lot of speakers lined up today. But I wanted to take a moment and talk about the history of this rally and why we are here as veterans who are all standing behind me saying no to federal cuts, no to ICE,
That's right.
and no to the occupation of our cities.
That's right.
50 years ago, veterans from Vietnam, Veterans Against the War, started the first of these Veterans Day rallies in Chicago. Before there was even a memorial for Vietnam veterans in Chicago. And Vietnam veterans continued to hold these rallies even as Mayor Daley tore down the original Vietnam Veterans Memorial and then rebuilt it. And then ever since this Veterans Memorial has been here, we have held these rallies here. So Vietnam Veterans Against the War, followed by Iraq Veterans Against the War, which transformed into About Face Veterans Against the War, has held down this spot for 50 years. And we have been holding this spot while the other rally happens at Soldier Field, where soldiers, we get thanked for our service, but we as veterans are getting tired of getting thanked for our service by a country that continues to occupy our communities, to disinvest from our very people, and to disenfranchise the very people that we served to protect. So on this Veterans Day, when the Chicago chapter of About Face started planning this Veterans Day rally, we knew we had to do it differently because we are in a time where militarism is being enacted through border imperialism, where the border is here in our communities and ICE is here occupying our communities and threats of National Guard occupying our communities are here. And so we joined together with Mayday Strong, with unions, with labor organizers, with community organizers, with so many groups to say no to ICE.
That's right.
No cuts. Repeat after me. No cuts.
No cuts!
No ICE.
No ice!
No occupation.
No occupation!
No cuts.
No cuts!
No ICE.
No ice!
No occupation.
No occupation!
About Face Veterans Against the War uses the term radical reorientation to describe the turn that GI resistors make away from serving U.S. empire and being in solidarity with all people in our community. That is the turn that I urge all of us to make today and every day moving forward. What is one action that you can take that withdraws your consent from the war machine? What is one action that you can take that reorients yourself into solidarity with our community? Today, we're going to hear from organizers, from veterans, and some of our strongest political leaders. Listen to their words, heed their calls for solidarity, and act on their vision for a more liberated future. To start us off, we We have Congresswoman, one of the best Congresswomen that we have, and politically radical Congresswoman that we have in Congress, Congresswoman Delia Ramirez.
I think it's really important for every single person throughout the buildings that we're surrounded to hear us very loud and clear. So I'm gonna lead us a quick chant to say what we just said a moment ago. And we said that we don't want ice, no cuts, and no occupation, right? Are you ready? If you scream, you get warmer. So we're gonna do it really loud, okay? No ice,
No ice!
no occupation.
No occupation!
No ice, no cuts, no occupation. No
No
ice,
ice,
no
no
cuts,
ice, no occupation!
No ice,
No cuts, no occupation!
That's right. I hope y'all heard us, because we're not going anywhere. Friends, as you heard, I am Delia Catalina Ramirez, born and raised in the city of Chicago, the city of community organizing. And I am a proud daughter of Guatemalan immigrants. I'm a citizen by birthright, despite the fact that that president is trying to take that away from us. I'm the wife of an incredible man that up until last October was a dreamer, a DACA recipient. And I am the congresista from a welcoming district that understands that our collective liberation is going to come when we actually acknowledge the purpose and need for multicultural, multi-generation coalition. And I want to start by acknowledging that these last months have been incredibly painful. But I want to make sure that people understand this. Everything that is happening, the cuts to services Americans rely on, the mass detention and deportations, the attacks on human rights defenders, the death and displacement of the Palestinian people, the militarization of our cities, and the threats against our neighbors is all interconnected. From Palestine to Chicago, unaccountable leaders are waging connected campaigns of terror against our neighbors, against our families, and against our loved ones. They're attempting to be able to advance their fascist agenda, casting others, whether they're Honduran, Palestinian, Venezolanos, Haitians, Syrians, Nigerians, as a public enemy, and silencing dissent is what they want to do. They want to rob our children and our generations of families of opportunity to have a thriving, successful, healthy future. Why? So that they can enrich their greedy ass billionaire friends and donors. Oh yeah, and I have a bill for that too. Unaccountable leaders and wannabe kings want our resources, they want our land, they want our freedoms, and they want our rights. They want our lives so they can advance their imperialistic authoritarian agendas across the world. They think that they're going to be able to confuse us. They think that they're going to be able to divide us, paralyze us, isolate us, and silence us. But when I look around here, are people paralyzed?
No!
Are people isolated?
No!
Are people confused?
No!
We are clearer than ever. And as a ranking member of Oversight and Investigation Subcommittee in the Veteran Affairs Committee, and the proud representative of 20,727 veterans in my district, I'm proud to stand with you today. I'm proud to stand with community who understands how interconnected our struggles are. Republicans moved a Trump budget that would lead to starvation, to displacement, and to death at home for so many Americans, while infusing $150 billion in the Department of Terror called Department of Homeland Security. DHS is out of control. It's a terror force that disregards the law, that rejects accountability, and tramples on the very foundations of this Constitution. Noam and Trump have abused their power. They're trying to strip asylum protections. They're trying to deport legal residents, including USA citizens, without due process. They put humans in facilities where there is worms in the food, toilets that don't flush, disease-bearing insects threatening the well-being of people that look like me, people that could be my own family. They're trying to deport immigrants to third countries like South Sudan, disappear immigrants, and do everything they can to try to break us. But they will not break us. Am I right?
No!
Am I right?
Yeah!
So look, it is despicable what they're doing. And it's why I want to make sure that people understand that whether it's Chicago, Palestine, Venezuela, or Sudan, our struggles are in fact interconnected. And we are going to say hell no to any budget. or any folder, any person caving in this moment that is unwilling to have the moral courage to say no ICE, no cuts, no occupation. And it is why I have voted against the military aid for Israel, why I am the lead sponsor of Block the Bombs bill to get bombs out of Gaza, out of Palestine. And it's also why we have to address the out of control abuse of terror force set loose by this administration. It's why I'm the proud co-sponsor of the No Secret Police Act bill that basically says if you're law enforcement, we want to know who you are and want to see your face. And every single member of Congress, but especially Democrats, should be on that bill. There's only about 100 of them, so call your congressperson to make sure they're on it. We also have the bill Protecting Sensitive Locations Act, a bill that basically states what we already know. Hospitals, schools, churches, daycare centers, they are sensitive locations that should be protected and sacred. There's about 110 Democrats on it. And as of tomorrow, there will be 215 members of Congress in the Democratic Party. Every single Democrat should be on that bill. So look, it is cold and I need to stop talking, but I want to tell you about a bill that I just introduced yesterday. And it's for our veterans. It's for our communities. And if I can flip the page with this glove, it'll happen. I just reintroduced the Right to Representation for VA Workers Act, which codifies VA employees' right to have a representative during any investigation. This bill is about ensuring that workers are protected from intimidation and unfair disciplinary actions. So I want you to know this. A lot of people love hashtags. A lot of people in this moment might feel like they're being opportunistic when they see that the tides are turning. But you and I know that more than ever, we need members of Congress, local elected officials, and leaders across the city and the country who are willing to be authentic and do what is right, what is popular, and what is not popular. We need to be able to call Homeland Security what it is, a threat to the homeland and a threat to every one of us. They are a force terror, and it is our responsibility not to make excuses about being in the minority, but to be the party of opposition to fascism, opposition to Kristi Noem, opposition to Donald Trump, opposition to Pavino, opposition to every one of them, and to say not in my name, not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Because we will hold them accountable, and we're going to do it together. So say it with me one more time. No ICE, no cuts, no occupation.
No ICE, no cuts, no occupation.
No ICE,
No cuts, no occupation.
Thank you, everyone. No ICE, no cuts, and no occupation. Solamente quería decir que estamos aquí con la comunidad veterana en esta mañana, aquí diciendo lo que es muy importante, que todo lo que está pasándole a nuestros veteranos, a nuestras comunidades, a la familia, está interconectado. Y en este momento tenemos a veteranos que están diciendo, en mi nombre no vas a usar mi nombre para guerra, no vas a usar mi nombre para justificar lo que esta agencia terrorista está haciendo por medio de ICE y Kristi Noem. En mi nombre no vas a justificar lo que está pasando en Palestina o Venezuela. Estamos todos juntos, interconectados, asegurándonos que la justicia venga, porque nosotros trabajaremos para esa justicia. Por eso estamos aquí celebrando a nuestros veteranos, celebrando a la comunidad y diciendo, no ICE, no va a haber cortes a los recursos y tampoco vamos a apoyar que continúen quitando la tierra a la gente palestina. Gracias.
Thank you so much to the Congresswoman. Next, we have Dylan Blaha, is an Illinois National Guard member who recently spoke out about refusing deployment orders if the Illinois National Guard gets deployed. Dylan, please come up.
Thank you all for being here. Can you guys hear me in the back? All right. My name's Dylan Blaha, and I'm a former cancer research scientist, and more importantly, an anti-imperialist veteran. I'm also running for Congress in Illinois' 13th district to change the system, because the system is broken. This system takes away health care to give tax cuts to billionaires. This system provides weapons to a country openly committing a genocide. This system starts endless wars for imperialist gain.
Boom.
Today, we say no to endless wars. We say no to ICE in our streets. We say no to the constant attacks on veterans in this country. I've served in the Illinois Army National Guard for almost 13 years, including 5 years on active duty. In Afghanistan, I worked alongside Afghan medical leaders to improve their medical systems. And I also worked alongside a golden hour offset surgical team as we performed countless surgeries. In Germany, I worked alongside some of the top US and NATO military medical planners as we supported Ukraine and helped write their NATO war plan. President Trump has openly threatened our American cities, including Los Angeles, Chicago, and Portland. In response, I made a series of videos asking our military service members to remember their oath to the American people and to the Constitution. I asked soldiers to disobey any future unlawful orders, as they are required to do. In response, the military suspended my security clearance and initiated a 15-6 investigation.
Shame.
This is not normal. This is political persecution. Because I spoke out against our fascist government. Since then, I've continued to speak out because I believe in doing what's right. I will not be, as I said in that CBS interview with Staff Sergeant Debbie Palachuk, I will not be used as a pawn and deployed against my community. I will not assist Trump's Gestapo, known as ICE, as they rip our community members from our streets. Make no mistake, the time to stand up is now. We're running out of time, Chicago. There are no guardrails for what's left of our democracy. Every day, they get bolder and bolder. White Christian nationalists and billionaires continue to enact their vision of the future, but I say fuck that future. America is for the workers and not the billionaires. America is for all people, regardless of their race, gender identity, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or the color of their skin. It is on us to protect our neighbors. We can't sit back and expect someone to do it for us. It's on us to stand up to fascism. We cannot give up our rights in advance. It's on us to convince Congress to kick that motherfucker out of the White House.
Fuck yeah!
This has gone on for long enough. It's time to take our country back.
Yeah.
And last, I want to say, there were two of us who spoke out. The other one is Debbie Palachuk. She's not speaking today, but I encourage you to say hello. She is here, and thank her for her service. Thank you all for your service. Thank you.
Next up, we have one of the most ardent and passionate advocates for working people in the city of Chicago, the new president of the Illinois Federation of Teachers, and the president of the Chicago Teachers Union, Stacey.
Yo, what's up, Chicago? Make some noise, Chicago! Last night I read a report that Donald Trump said his troops are no longer needed in Chicago.
Get him out!
Listen, it is always an honor to be in the presence of heroes. People who come from the working class. People who know what it's like to miss a meal, to not meet rent on time.
Do not get paid.
To not get paid. And those people have sacrificed their lives for our security. So I want to take a moment and appreciate their humanity, their sacrifice, and their service. Thank you. You see, my husband is a veteran. He served in the first Gulf War. My grandfathers were veterans. My uncles are veterans. My cousins are veterans. I come from a family, an ancestry of people who fought for a country that did not fight for them. You see, it was enslaved Africans that broke the backs of the Confederacy by walking off plantations and taking up arms against fascism. You see, black people have used our armed spaces to make sure that they could fight for the democracy that they were not given but aspired to have. It was Medgar Evers who left World War II after seeing the respect that black soldiers received in the French army, and he said then that he was coming back to America to make sure not only did black soldiers get that level of respect, but all black people. So today I stand with veterans who, in the legacy of Medgar Evers, and the legacy of enslaved Africans, are saying that this country does not belong to a king. I stand in solidarity with the veterans who are saying that fascism has no place in a democracy. I am standing with veterans who are saying that billionaires get to pay their fair share too. I am standing with veterans who are saying that it's tax the rich and rid our city of ICE. I am standing with veterans who understand what it means to sacrifice for something that you don't enjoy but aspire to have. I am standing with working people. I am standing with the people of Chicago to say no to militarism, no to fascism, and no to working people bearing the load of this city, this county, and this state, and this country. Billionaires get to say yes to. Billionaires get to pay taxes too. Billionaires get to be as patriotic as all of these people here are today. So I want to ask you, veterans, I want to ask you, workers, for your solidarity as we demonstrate, as we organize, as we clarify the principles of this country, that it is freedom, that it is democracy, that it is solidarity that moves us, not disunity, not exclusion, and certainly not ICE. Power to the people.
Thank you, Stacey Davis Gates, CTU, as always. Next up is Amy Potter. Hey, Amy. Amy from the American Federation of Government Employees. Amy is a VA worker and one of the strongest about-face supporters that we have. On this Veterans Day, we honor all veterans, including and always my good friend Barry Romo. Barry fought in Vietnam where he lost his brother, and he came home determined to fight for peace. He was a force of nature, someone who could connect with anyone even when they disagreed. I miss his voice, his fire, his heart, and I think of him today because this day is not about the free coffee or restaurant discounts. It's about showing up for each other. It's about taking care of each other. It's about standing together. Veterans, caregivers, workers, families, neighbors, and saying, we will not be divided. We will not be silenced. Look around. This is what solidarity looks like. People from every walk of life standing shoulder to shoulder saying enough. Enough of authoritarianism, enough of cruelty,
enough of policies that harm our communities. And as a social worker, my first rule is simple: do no harm. Help people find stability, help them heal. If our government followed that same rule, this country would be a lot healthier. Instead, we're watching an administration attack our union rights, and make no mistake, that's a direct attack on veterans. We're told to do more with less, see more veterans with fewer staff, and that means less care, less time, less safety. And when the system breaks, they point and say, see, we told you government doesn't work. Then they hand more money to private contractors. Almost 1 in 3 VA employees is a veteran, so when they union bust, they're busting veterans. When they underfund care, they're undercutting veterans. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Tupac said, we got money for wars but can't feed the poor. Well, we got billions for ICE and endless wars. But we're told we can't afford mental health care, housing, or fair staffing for the VA. That's not just bad budgeting, that's moral failure. We reject that. We reject policies that oppress our veterans, our workers, and our families. We reject fear. We stand for unity, justice, and care. We will not back down. We will not disappear. We will show up loudly, proudly, and together because this fight is not over. My stepdad, Pete, he was a Teamster labor activist and one of the founders of Teamsters for a Democratic Union. Democracy movement, organizing to reform the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. And at the age of 29, he was the solo TDU-affiliated delegate to the 1976 Teamster Convention, where he spoke out against the International Brotherhood, and he was then beaten unconscious for his opposition. And as Pete always said, carry it on.
All right, next up we have Joanne Gutierrez from the Chicago Teachers Union. She's an occupational therapist and a veteran.
Hi, I'm Joanne Gutierrez, a clinician delegate for the Chicago Teachers Union, an occupational therapist, and Army Reserve veteran. I served in the Army Reserves for more than 20 years as a combat medic. During that time, I learned lessons about leadership, compassion, and what it means to serve something greater than yourself. Even though I've retired from the Army, I still live by the values that guided my service: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. They remind me that service doesn't end when the uniform comes off. It continues every day in how I treat others and stand up for what's right. I'm here today to practice one of those values, personal courage. By speaking up and challenging injustice, I am choosing integrity over convenience. Because I know that silence in the face of wrongdoing isn't neutrality, it's complicity.
That's right.
As service members, we swore an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That oath still matters and requires all of our courage to defend it. Today, I see courage every day in my school community. I'm an occupational therapist at Hamline Elementary in the Back of the Yards neighborhood. Last year, immigration agents came to our school and our staff followed the sanctuary school protocols and denied them entry.
That's courage!
The school showed courage by standing firm and protecting our students and their families from the agents of intimidation. Because here's the truth. ICE agents took an oath too, an oath to uphold the Constitution and protect people's rights. But when they intimidate families and separate children from their parents, they break that oath. They abandon the very values of respect and integrity they swore to uphold. And that's why what our staff did matters so much. It takes real courage to live your values when it's easier to look away. Our staff didn't back down. Our staff stood up. They chose compassion and service by delivering food and pooling their resources to families that were too afraid to leave their home. They stand out in the neighborhoods to watch for ICE activity, so the students feel safe to come to school. As I speak up for those seeking safety and justice in our country, I want to speak up for veterans and working class families that are also struggling to get by. Access to full and robust education are being denied through education budget cuts. And over 1 million veterans and thousands of active duty and reserve service members are being denied full SNAP benefits, the same benefits that help feed their families, while the ultra-wealthy and corporation continue to receive tax breaks. Other states have adopted fair tax laws to fund schools and communities. Illinois needs to do the same. We must choose people over profit, families over politics, and justice over convenience. The rich can't afford to pay more in taxes. So today, on Veterans Day, whether you're military or civilian, let's remember what service truly means. Let's live out the values of integrity, respect, and personal courage. Let's stand up for what's right when it's hard. Let's protect the rights and dignity of every person in this country. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne. Next up, we have Nick Pajacek from SEIU Healthcare. He's a VA healthcare provider and a veteran.
Union strong! Union strong! Good morning. My name is Nick Pajacek. Get the mic on. I am an United States Air Force veteran as a B-52 avionics technician, and I'm currently a mental health and addictions worker at the VA. And through my union, SEIU Healthcare, I fight for my fellow veterans and the kind of care they need, and for the working conditions for myself and my coworkers that make that care possible. So, sorry. So I use the VA to make my way through my own addictions, homelessness, and mental health struggles. The staff provided excellent care to me to help me through all of those things and eventually navigate my way to being independently housed, stable with my mental health and substance use, and having full-time employment, right? And that's kind of what got me into this career field, leaving the technology and engineering, right? So that's the special kind of care that's provided by the VA, informed by the real and complex needs of veterans and often provided by veterans. And we fight for better care through our union, right? We've already lost so much. The quality and accessibility of care and services, jobs lost, short staffing, and care outsourced and at a lower quality. The right of VA workers to union representation and the ways that help protect veterans and the quality of services that we receive is so important. People are becoming more and more demoralized every day, right, as they continue to cut staff quality and accessibility. And so the newly renamed Department of War is calling for an increase in U.S. military aggression in ways that could send current service members into active, prolonged conflict at the same time the VA is being weakened and failing the veterans currently being served. What will happen to new veterans returning from conflict with an urgent need for comprehensive care, right? And with ICE threats, ICE not only has been targeting people just because they are brown-skinned or speak Spanish, but they have also detained a lot of veterans. I'm myself brown-skinned, and I was not born in this country. I've been a citizen my whole life, but I was born in Honduras, right? And so with my VA that I received my primary care at, hosting parking spaces for ICE, I declined to go to my own primary care appointment, right? That's too much nonsense for me to deal with in my personal life, right? And I'm not the only one. Staff members are carrying their passports to and from work, which is a little bit ridiculous. And other veterans are also feeling threatened by ICE's presence on the campus, right? So the attacks are to divide and conquer working people, going after brown, black, Spanish-speaking, low-income, and people needing and using services, which also includes veterans and VA staff members, and then going after unions because that's how workers have power. Right? We're tired of the money and resources being diverted away from critical services to fund things like, ICE and billionaires who do not need any more. And so how we fight back is we refuse to be divided We stand together in solidarity and we take action, whatever action you can take. Different people have different risk profiles, but we can all do something. It doesn't matter how big or small, it's all a part of the same fight. And we must do the most that we can and take care of one another, right? Because even if the government fails you, your community does not have to, right? So thank you.
No ice? No cuts?
No cuts!
No occupation.
No occupation!
Next up, we have Jordan Esparza Kelly from the council, and next up we have Adelina M. Marshall, I'm so sorry, from National Nurses United and the VA Healthcare Workers.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for inviting me to speak here today. As I look out over the crowd, I want you all to know, as veterans, that as a VA nurse, that I know the impact that war and service has had on our veterans. Our merch that I see is no, but we also have to remember solidarity is what's going to get us through this. Solidarity means all of us. Our nurses from NNU have always been a voice for our veterans at the VA. We represent nurses at other facilities, but we're also at 23 other VAs. Recently, the unions were supposedly busted, but we're not. We're still here. We're still going to be a voice for our veterans, and our nurses are committed to our veterans. However, every day that I go to work, it is a challenge because I don't know who's going to be there. While we were not furloughed because of us being nurses, our nurses are leaving. And it's very difficult for us to attract other medical personnel. We have doctors, social workers, everyone who have been dedicated to our veterans just because of the intimidation that's going on at the VA with the staff, that is very difficult for many of them to stay. Many of them have reached the point where they can retire, and they are retiring. I am staying. I am not going to run. I'm going to stay there and I'm going to fight. One of the words that I hear recently is we have to follow or report to chain of command. My chain of command is my veterans. I will always speak up and speak out on their behalf no matter what. Just recently, we were staffed with one staff member per unit. There's 2 units that I work with. Each unit has a locked door. They want to say that's 1 unit. But when we have veterans who can't breathe, who need emergency care, who may need our attention right away, I can't take the time to try to get through and leave those veterans behind to go across the hall to see another veteran. So yes, we are going to fight, and no, we are not going to stay quiet. We are going to speak out, and we are going to work in solidarity with every American citizen who is there and who understands what our veterans have gone through and what they have done for this country. And the unions remain strong. While we may not be
The one in Manitowoc was scheduled for 4 p.m.
We're on outside. We are everywhere that the public is. Our nurses, our doctors, our social workers, they are in your community. They are your neighbors. They
So
are
I
your
figured
friends.
I'd come here since
and we
it'd be
will
daylight at least.
continue to say no and to remain in solidarity with our veterans. Thank you very much.
So we're gonna, our
Oh,
next
is she
2
still
speakers
here?
come up, and our last 2 speakers, we're gonna start passing out flowers that we'll be using at Federal Plaza later on, after the march. Our Second to last speaker is Jordan Esparza Kelly from the Council on American Islamic Relations.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you all for joining us in this cold. Let me lift this up because I know the people in the back. How we doing? Last year I was at this same rally, and let me tell you that this has grown in size by easily 3 to 5 times. The anti-militarism movement in America is alive and well. And looking out into the crowd, I see a very important banner in the back, calling right now for no war on Venezuela. As U.S. warships,
maybe you should call me on
rest
camera.
on the coast of South America and have been plundering the Latin American continent for decades. For what? Right? To expand the billionaire agenda. And oftentimes, behind closed doors, to fund and supply a global drug trade that brings America fentanyl crisis, that brings America heroin crisis, addictions, oftentimes. Standing with the veterans who are turning against war is one of the most important things we can do, because to defect, symbolically, from America is a scary choice, right? So we here support the anti-militarism movement. We love that it's alive and well in Chicago, and we're not going to stop until militarism here stops, until we can get the people and end the occupation of Palestine, so we can bring the warships off the coast of South America, so we can end AFRICOM, because the U.S. military is on every continent. Unfortunately, they're bullying every continent. And we have to recollect our resources, pardon my coldness, recollect our resources from the people who have been stealing them, giving them to billionaires, leaving people without essential health care, essential benefits, and now they've wasted the money that was contingent for food stamps via the SNAP program. So I thank you all for joining us today, and keep fighting and keep standing on the right side of things. And next year, this rally will be spilling out into the streets. Thank you.
All right, last up is Mohammed Yassin from the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights and Arab American Family Services.
Morning, Chicago! All right, I have some exciting news for you. So we had reports that ICE is leaving our city this week, and they say maybe today because it's too cold for them. That's a great man. But as my great friend Chris said, that it is the resistance of the people that turned up the heat and melted ice. I have a long speech for you, but I'm not going to read it out because I have very important things to say to you. ICE has been lying about community members being violent towards them. The weapons that our community members have been carrying is their cell phones and whistles, so that it can alert our communities of these abductors when they're coming into our communities. And this is the work of the local rapid response teams. So this is what I encourage everybody to do. If you see something, say something. Call the Family Support Network hotline. The family support hotline number is 855-435-7693. Let's say it together. 855-435-7693. This number has been very critical to documenting all ICE activity in our areas. As the judge saw the videos that was recorded by our rapid response team members, she saw the lies and that ICE agents were spreading and Greg Bovino was spreading. So we are not violent criminals. They are the violent criminals that are coming to our city. This administration has been the violent criminals that have been spreading a lot of Islamophobia and homophobia and xenophobia and spreading lies about how the people have been attacking the ICE agents. So we say no to ICE, no to occupation, no to war in Venezuela. Vets say no. We say, look at these beautiful signs around you, and you see it's the people over profit. It is no wars. We don't want any of this occupation in our cities, not in our American cities. And just like JFK said, when the rights of one man is threatened, the rights of everybody is diminished. So this is what I encourage you to do. Call the hotline number, record every activity you see, because it is important that the people that record, we keep us safe. It is the people that record these events, and it's the people that hold this administration accountable. So who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Thank you very much. Again, my name is Mohammed Yassin from the Arab American Family Services.
All right, y'all, we made it through the end of our speakers. Thank you so much for coming out. Here's a couple of announcements. And Daniel, you need to get down here and get these announcements, because this is not coming from me. But we are going to have a march to City Hall and to Federal Plaza. So we're going to start moving out that way. But I just want to close out this section and say, and remember, recall what I said at the beginning. There are simple things that you can do to withdraw your consent from the military machine and from war. This rally and every speaker here has talked about what we need to do. We need to stand in solidarity. We need to record all of the ICE activity in our neighborhoods, and we need to care for our neighbors. So I hope this has provided you some hope, some solidarity, and I want to thank everybody that took time to speak and stand here with us today. Thank you so much.
And additionally, one of those things you can do is support About Face Veterans Against the War, our work to support members of the Guard, active duty reserve, their right to refuse illegal and immoral orders. Us being out here today helps people like Dylan, people like myself who got out of the military as a conscientious objector, to know that there is supportive community for those who will refuse illegal and immoral orders. So please take one of these cards, support our work, reach out to your friends, your family who might be in. Let them know they will have support in refusing. What we're going to do now is, if you're going to march, if you're a veteran, you want to join us in our loose veteran formation, we are going to lead this march. So veterans, if you're going to join in the veteran formation, we are going to go up the accessibility ramp behind me. Veterans, we're going to go up the accessibility ramp behind me. If you need to use the ramp for accessibility purposes and you're not a veteran, obviously please do so. If you're able to use the stairs and you're not a veteran, please start going up the stairs behind you, back and to your left, and meet us on that sidewalk so that we have all the veterans at the front, our supporters behind. Please stay on the sidewalk at first until the marshals direct us to the street.
That's our sign right there? Yeah. Okay. But it's for the, they're going to carry it in the veteran.
Rory! I'm so excited. How are things? You're looking great. Thank you, man. How you doing? No way. Yeah. Well, no, I was on the ITL just Hey. Good to see you. Yeah, right. I know. It's been like a year and a half.
No hands.
It sounds like it. We're leading the deal. Yeah. Nice yellow sign, so yeah, we're not gonna get lost. Feet. Okay, I'll face your pharmacy. Okay, bro. Yeah.
We had all kinds of problems yesterday. There was issues. Like, oh. Yeah, all our stuff was gone for a bit. A couple hours before it started coming back out. Like, wow.
Yeah, I noted it like the last completed job was like at 10:30 a.m. and I'm like, what the hell's going on? But then all of a sudden, like at 2:44, it's almost
Everything, yeah. Yep.
I don't know what the hell happened.
Sorry. I'm already going to talk to somebody. Not airport. Usually all right, starting to move now. That'll keep it a little warmer anyways.
Oh, yeah. 40 degrees would be a lot warmer.
Well, I knew just being off the lake and downtown, the winds swirl around the building, we weren't going to feel a whole lot of that. I got layers on. When I started March, it was 100 degrees.
So veterans, let's drill back into this sidewalk area in front of the supporters. Thank you.
This way.
Okay, take care.
We're just waiting on the commander and then we'll start going. Are we good to go?
As long as he does his job.
Okay.
Make sure he knows his job. Then, yeah.
All right, sounds good.
No police brutality. That's his job.
Who's formation? Can you help form? Do 4 feet from behind. Hey, where's that sound system?
Yeah, wish I would have brought the tripod.
Yeah. That's why I got this.
Hell. Yeah, I refuse to order off Amazon, so. Makes it a little difficult finding one.
Yeah. I found these old, actually found that in an Army Navy store up somewhere.
Yep. Oh, we tell them. We are the veterans.
Mighty, mighty veterans.
The mighty, mighty veterans.
We are the veterans.
We are the veterans.
The anti-war veterans.
The anti-war veterans.
This chicken is gonna be
I'm good, thanks.
chocolate.
Our street. Our streets. Our streets. The people united will never be divided. Hey. Hey. Met him at
Broadview.
Broadview.
Yeah.
Money
taking that piece of leaf with you?
What's that?
I forgot. Got a piece of leaf in your beard, brother.
Oh, where?
I don't think you need that level of camouflage out here.
Money for jobs and education. Not for ICE and deportation. Money for jobs and education.
Not for
ICE and occupation. Identity fusion, man. Learn what it is.
occupation.
Up with liberation. Yeah.
Up with liberation.
Down the occupation. Stand up, fight back. Try to get in. Hey, hey, ho, ho, the occupation's got to go. The occupation's got to go. Hey, ho, ho, the occupation's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, occupation's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, the occupation's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, the occupation's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The occupation's got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Occupation's got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The occupation's got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The occupation's got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The occupation's got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The occupation's got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The occupation's got to go. Hey, hey. Down, down with deportation. Up, up with liberation. Down, down with deportation. Hey, oh, oh. Hey. I don't know, but I've been told. I suppose kids are 6 years old. And I don't know, but I've been told. No, but I've been told. I say kids are 6 years old. Okay. Our street. Our street. Say it loud and say it clear. And you're welcome here. Our streets. Say it loud and say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. We will not put up with ICE. Our city. I don't know, but I've been told. I don't know, but I've been told. Our streets. Our streets. Up with liberation. Down with deportation. Up with liberation. Down with deportation. Up with liberation. Down with deportation. Up with liberation. Down with occupation. Up with liberation. Down with occupation. Get up, get down. Chicago is a union town. Get up, get down. Chicago is a union town. Up with liberation.
Down with deportation.
Down with deportation.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down with deportation.
Down with deportation.
Keep us safe. Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who shuts it down?
We shut it down.
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 If we don't get it, if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 ICE, shut it down. Detention centers, the war machine, the whole damn system.
Shut it down.
ICE,
Shut it down.
detention centers, the war machine,
Shut it
the
down.
whole damn system.
Shut it down.
ICE,
Shut it down.
detention centers,
Shut it down.
the war machine,
Shut it
the
down.
whole damn system.
Shut it down.
ICE,
Down.
detention centers,
Shut it down.
the war machine,
Shut it down.
the whole damn system.
Shut it down.
To the people,
Power to the people.
no human is illegal.
No human is illegal.
To the people,
All power to the people.
no human is illegal.
No human is illegal.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
No racist police.
No racist police.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
No ice in our streets.
No ice in our streets.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for mass deportation.
Not for mass deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for mass deportation.
Not for mass deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for mass deportation.
Not for mass deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and deportation.
Not for mass deportation.
Not for mass deportation.
How do you spell fascist?
I-C-A!
How do you spell fascist?
I-C-A!
From Palestine to Mexico.
To Mexico.
From Palestine to Mexico.
From Palestine to Mexico.
From Palestine to Mexico. From Palestine to Mexico. From Palestine to the Philippines. From Palestine to the Philippines. Stop the U.S. war machine. From Palestine to the Philippines. From Palestine to the Philippines. From Chicago to Palestine.
Chicago to
Palestine. Occupation is a crime. From Chicago to Palestine.
Occupation is a crime.
From Chicago to Palestine.
Chicago to Palestine.
Free Palestine!
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 Free Palestine! I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. For liberation. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. We'll fight for liberation. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I will fight for liberation. I am not afraid. Fight for liberation. I will fight for liberation. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I will fight for liberation. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I will fight for liberation. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I will fight for liberation. I am not afraid. How we doing?
This is my fellow, we're in the Army. This is my favorite game. They say that in the U.S. our healthcare is the best.
They say that in the healthcare is the best.
It gives you almost nothing and costs more than the rest.
It gives you almost nothing and costs more than the rest.
Oh Lord, I want us healed.
Oh Lord, I want us healed.
But they won't let us heal.
But they won't let us heal.
Oh, 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 oh.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They say that in the U.S. the housing can be bought.
In the U.S. the housing can be bought.
They build them with no labor and sell them to BlackRock.
They sell them to labor and sell them to BlackRock.
Oh Lord, how dare they make?
Oh Lord, how dare they make?
My house for profit's sake.
Oh Lord, for profit's sake.
Oh, 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 oh.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They say that in the U.S. our kids still need to pay.
They say that in the U.S. the kids are getting paid.
They afford the endless work by spending kids today. Hold on, the kid receipts. These wars specific peace.
These wars specific peace.
Oh, 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 oh.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They say that in the U.S. you're bringing the dream.
They say that in the U.S.
the First Amendment, it labeled as extreme.
Labeled as extreme.
Oh Lord, when did they end?
Oh Lord, when did they end?
What that means that you defend. Oh Lord, say that in the U.S., our service made us great.
They say that in the U.S. the service made us great.
We say that you can't use us to amplify your hate.
They say that you can't use us to amplify your hate.
Oh Lord, I wanna start. Revolution in our hearts.
Revolution in our hearts.
Oh Lord,
Hey.
All right, you wanna hear it again?
They use the First Amendment to label that extreme.
Oh Lord, when did they end?
Oh Lord, when did they end? They say that in the U.S. the service made us great.
We say you can use us to amplify your hate.
To amplify your hate.
Oh Lord, I wanna start.
Oh Lord, I want to start.
Revolution in our hearts.
Revolution in our hearts.
Because we have unity. And what does unity mean? It means that we don't abandon our people when it gets politically expedient. And we don't leave those behind. When our squad mates get hurt in battle, do we call them dead weight?
No!
When others label our people, our trans people, our siblings as worthless, as not human, do we call them dead weight?
No!
Do we leave them behind?
No!
That's unity.
That's right!
I got too excited. My name is Ariel,
I am with About Face Veterans Against the War. I'm excited. You guys got me pumped up. I'm skipping my own name. So we're united here, not just as veterans, but as inevitably when we come back to regular society, members of the working class. And I want to say what no cuts, no ice, no military occupation is. No ice means that we support our neighbors. That we don't buy into the label of illegal that they label them with. No occupation means no occupation in Chicago, sure. It also means no occupation in Palestine.
That's right!
It means no occupation. We should have never been to Iraq or Afghanistan.
That's right!
We had no business there. Who are we defending? The billionaires and their interests.
Like Conway!
Just like Conway. No cuts mean we recognize that we need our benefits, that they're human rights, and if anything, we need to expand them to everyone. That means healthcare, that means housing, that means a way to afford the liberty and life and the pursuit of happiness. We're here to call out Alderman Bill Conway. He and his family, through the Carlyle Group, have amassed billions in profits from the military-industrial complex. We demand that he gives it back to those that he squeezed it from.
That's right!
Regular citizens, regular human beings. Just because they're abroad, that doesn't mean they're any different than the working class here.
That's right!
Now, we civilians and veterans, we have a similar system. One is a cruel, voluntary system where things are deeply flawed, and the resources are intentionally limited for the benefits of the few higher ups. The other is the military. Now, I don't think I have to convince any of you that oligarchs rule us. I do think I need to tell you that the most meaningful part of my service was speaking out and being the safe person for those other soldiers who were struggling with their mental health, who didn't know what their purpose was being there. I'm happy to report that I still have friends that are alive today because they opened up to me, and I opened up to them. And that's exactly what we need to do in every facet of our society to build a better future. The one that we deserve, the one that we need to build for our children.
That's right!
Because we believe in healing ourselves by healing others. We don't need to cut to feel better about ourselves. We need to add to the benefits that we all deserve as human rights.
That's right!
We need to learn to struggle together, to learn a new battlefield with new tactics and weapons. That's the labor struggle. We will multiply each other's force. We will step in with our special skills and cover down when our allies need them to.
That's right!
We owe it to each other to stop the bleed, to end the military-industrial complex. It is the best care that's possible is preventative care. But how do we get there? We need to build enough power within ourselves to end all these worthless billionaires and by that extension, the military-industrial complex. Now this struggle is old. It'll probably outlast all of us. After all, Marine General Smedley Butler wrote War is a Racket in 1935, talking about his ill-gotten adventures, fighting for what? In the Philippines, in the 30s. Where are we almost a century now? We must build together to end this horrible system. It is our duty to fight with what little we have so that our children don't fight in the future with nothing. And we won't just stop just because the military-industrial complex takes off the red hat that they have right now for a blue one. We won't stop until those affected by the harm of the millions dead and displaced through our ill-gotten wars are ended forever. We don't care about corporate profits. We want each other to succeed. We want our children to succeed. We We want children across the world to succeed. We want to be leaders in something good. And if you feel pain in your soul from your service, confliction, we welcome you to heal with us, to join us in struggle, and to fight for those who need it most, and not the billionaires. Thank you so much. I'm Adiel, and thank you for all the people in the Vets About Place who organized this.
My name is Aaron Hughes. I served in the Illinois Army National Guard from 2000 to 2006. And I just want to say, we're here to call out Conway. He's been profiting off the ICE raids in our communities.
Sure.
I don't care if you speak out against those attacks, but there's people that are actually making money off those attacks. And we're honored to stand with our union brothers and sisters on this day and call out that profiting over people's rights and people's needs.
That's right. My name is Bob Rader. I'm president of the Chicago Federation of Labor. The CFL represents 300 unions that represent 500,000 people. But what I want to talk to you about today are the veterans that we represent. The veterans we represent in the labor movement, the veterans who work at the VA, the veterans who have had their wages cut, the veterans who've been put out of work by the Trump administration, by this society that is not working for them. And I specifically want to talk about 3 union members that are veterans who are close to me. I had my grandfather and my 2 great uncles who fought in World War II. One who landed at Normandy, one who worked for the OSS, that had suffered and had that war follow them for decades, only to have politicians here in this country embrace what they were fighting, and that was fascism. That's right. I want to talk about my dad, who's a Vietnam veteran. A war that was an endless war. People who suffered and came back from that war being exposed to chemical weapons, who came back to no jobs. We are better than what's going on right now. And the fact that ICE is occupying our community and weaponizing our society against us is wrong. Are you with me? Yeah. We are against cuts. We are against ICE. We are against fascism. Thank you.
No ICE!
ICE!
No cuts!
No cuts!
No fascism!
No fascism!
That's right. Everywhere we go!
Everywhere we go!
People want to know!
People want to know
who we are!
Who we are! So we tell them!
We are the veterans!
We are the veterans!
The anti-war veterans!
The anti-war veterans!
Everywhere we go!
Everywhere we go!
People want to know
who we are! Who we are!
So we tell them!
So we tell them!
We are the veterans!
We are the veterans!
The anti-war veterans!
The anti-war veterans!
The anti-ICE veterans!
The anti-ICE veterans!
The anti-cuts veterans!
The anti-cuts veterans!
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and deportation.
Not for war and deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and deportation.
Not for war and deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and deportation.
Not for war and deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and deportation.
Not for war and deportation.
shall they study poor anymore. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation. Neither shall they study war anymore.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for mass deportation.
Not for mass
education.
Money
Not for mass deportation.
not for mass deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for mass deportation.
Not for mass deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for mass deportation.
Not for mass deportation.
I shall tell you for no more. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation. They shall study for war no more.
The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
Not for war and deportation.
Not for war and deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and deportation.
Not for war and deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and deportation.
Not for war and deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and deportation.
Not for war and deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and deportation.
Not for war and deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and deportation.
Not for war and deportation.
Shut it down. Detention center.
Down.
The war machine.
Shut it down.
The whole damn system.
Shut it down.
ICE.
Shut it down.
Detention center.
Shut it down.
The war machine.
Shut it down.
The whole damn system.
Shut it down.
ICE.
No.
The whole machine.
Shut it down.
The whole damn system.
Shut it down.
ICE.
Shut it down.
Detention centers.
Shut it down.
The war machine.
Shut it down.
The whole damn system.
Shut it down.
ICE.
Shut it down.
The war machine.
Shut it down.
The whole damn system.
Shut it down.
ICE.
Shut it down.
Detention centers.
Shut it down.
The war machine.
Shut it down.
The whole damn system.
Shut it down. be moved. We shall not. We shall not be moved. We shall not. We shall not be moved.
Just like the tree that's planted by the water, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like the tree that's planted by the water,
We shall not be
moved. Veterans united.
be moved.
Veterans united.
We will not be moved.
Just like the tree that's planted by the water,
We shall not be moved.
no more deportations.
We shall not be moved.
No more deportations.
We shall not be moved.
Just like the tree that's planted by the water,
We shall not be moved.
we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like the tree that's planted by the water,
We shall not be moved.
I said of Chicago,
We shall not be moved. I shout out Chicago. We shall not be moved.
just like the tree that's planted by the water,
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved.
just like the tree that's planted by the water.
We shall not be moved.
Because we love our neighbors, we shall not be moved. Because we love our neighbors,
we shall not be moved.
just like the tree that's planted by the water.
We shall not be moved.
Palestine is free, we shall not be moved.
Palestine is free. We shall not be moved.
Just like the tree that's
Planted by the water. We shall not be moved.
we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like the tree that's planted by the water.
We shall not be moved.
No nos moverá, no nos moverá el que no sea, que haga la prueba. No nos moverá, no nos moverá, no nos moverá el que no sea, que haga la prueba.
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like the tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. In
Liberation.
down with deportation.
Down with deportation.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down with deportation.
Down with deportation.
We shall not be moved.
We shall not be moved.
Just like the tree that's planted by the water.
We shall not be moved.
We shall not
planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. No more deportation, we shall not be moved. No more deportation, we shall not be moved, just like a tree planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved, like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved.
Heads up, wheelchair coming through.
Please come into the plaza in silence in single file. We will form a circle around the interior of the plaza, and we have a brief ceremony with the flowers. So please come in single file, following those in front of you.
We can announce at the end that they're trying to gather people at 1 o'clock by the bean because Vine has the whole the bean, so they want the real Chicago by the bean at 1, and I think maybe at 5:30, but it's 1. So maybe you can announce that.
So in these moments of silence, we encourage you, if you don't have a flower, grab one on your way in. As veterans, we want not to center ourselves on this Veterans Day. What we wish to call attention to are our stolen neighbors from here in Chicago and from around the country. The way in which the militarization of ICE, of Border Patrol, throughout the Department of so-called Homeland Security, the way that they have attacked our community.
How can you have Homeland Security if you don't have a Department of Defense?
But these forms of militarization, they extend far beyond the shores of the United States.
Thank you all for marching with us here at Federal Plaza. We wanted to take a moment to acknowledge everyone that's been taken. Taken by ICE, taken by war, taken by unjust policies. And we're gonna have a wonderful bag. The bagpipes are gonna play. And one by one, starting on the left, we're gonna invite people to just bring up their flowers and just put them at the bottom of the flagpole. And we're going to conclude the ceremony with playing taps. So with that, did you want to say anything about that song?
Thank you. I play the bagpipes quite a bit, and I've been doing it for almost 17 years. It's my highest honor to serve those that have served and are serving. Thank you. I'll try to do a good job.
Must be frozen. Well, its tube is probably frozen.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Nope, pipes must be frozen.
We'll have a moment of silence in remembrance. If you haven't placed your flower yet, please do. And then this portion of our work will close out with taps. So please continue to take these messages forward. Thank you. Thank you for braving this cold. I know we came from across Chicagoland, elsewhere in the Midwest, some even further than that. Please recognize, get onto your phones, find out what's happening in your neighborhoods. We've taken these moments of remembrance, but the attacks are still ongoing. Now is the time to head back into the places we live and work and come from, where we study, and to practice the solidarity about which we spoke. Let's go together and defend our communities here.
I do believe that's it. Have a good one.
By the way, I wanted to let you know my brother was Desert Storm also.
Oh,
We used to see some.
already?
Yeah, he died of stage 4 lung cancer at the age of 57.
Wow. I suppose I should quit smoking now.
Yeah, I did about 28 years ago.
See ya.